Connecting.
That was a false start.
Yeah, I was going to say that threw me off.
Live.
Call the meeting in order, Planning Commission meeting for Monday, August 18th. On our agenda, approving the minutes the last time this group gathered in early August.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Sam's got the motion, Tina's got the second on the minutes as written. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Done with the minutes. One public hearing this evening. It's a preliminary and final plat on 4th Street. How things are going to go is we're going to have a presentation from our staff. When they're done with that, we're going to ask any clarifying questions we have. When we're done with the questions, we'll open up to public hearing. We usually let the applicant go first if they want to say anything. Everybody else just come up one at a time, name, address, company you're representing, whatever, give us context. Then when everybody's done with public hearing, we'll shut that down, and then we come up here, we'll talk about it, somebody will make a motion to do something. Then we'll vote on that motion. We're a recommending body to the city council, so no matter what our recommendation is, it still goes to the city council, and you get to do this all over again in days from now. That said, I guess that I am looking towards Leslie for the staff report.
Only the preliminary plat for Jassie's first edition.
Oh.
Okay, the applicant is here, Nate Schneider, and representing the owner, Lambert Yards, and the location is between 4th Street, 8th Avenue Northwest, and 3rd Street. And this is only for the preliminary plat. Yourself, 4th Street. The property consists of 2 separate parcels. The north one as part of the existing building, the southern parcel retains the balance. The purpose of this preliminary plat is to begin to advance the combination so that they can redevelop. There is a discussion of the interior remodel for the building, which I'll go into a little bit more detail here. The parcel is entirely zoned C2, highway commercial, which is the same zoning district as predominantly quite a few businesses along 4th Street. There is some mixed other zoning categories of C2, light industrial, and a little bit of residential. And as the request to combine the 2 parcels on the preliminary plat, which is a little bit difficult to see here, but the situation as at hand in the combining of the lots will be to facilitate the interior remodel. Currently, they cannot apply for a building permit until that lot division is extinguished. That's no longer, it might have been permitted at one time, it is no longer. So this is a conceptual site plan. You are not approving this, but this indicates to you what the direction of the business proposal is, and the applicant can expand on that. The only caveat, staff is in support of the application and generally in support of the use. And our public works and engineering staff have stipulated that as part of the requirement that this specific access driveway be removed in combination with the site plan approval, and that would be between the intersection. They just feel a little bit more detail. Again, a conceptual interior layer. It is not related to the plat, but indicates the redevelopment. The front of the building will have overhead doors instead of man entrances. There'll be addition of doors on the eastern side for the business operations that are to occur within the yard. So the plat meets the criteria for approval. There is no parkland dedication based on the previous development, and in summary, it meets zoning and subdivision requirements. And so our request of you is to recommend that you, to the City Council, this plat with approval based on the criteria and findings.
Perfect. Do we have any questions for Leslie? Tina?
So I know the preliminary plat says Jassie's first edition, but when you look at the survey, it calls it McClellan's edition. So are they giving it a new name because they're combining the lots?
Correct.
Instead of just leaving it under McClellan's, they're you give it a new name. Is that the procedure?
That is the procedure.
Other questions? We'll open up to public hearing. If that's what the neighbors are here about, I know we've got the applicant here. If they want to go first, or again, this is your chance to come up to talk to us about it, right at that podium.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you in advance for taking time out of your day to hear our request. We've read the stipulations or the conditions that were placed in the package on page 3. Just a little background, Nate Snyder's my client. I'm Jim Connolly from Faribault Development up in Lakeville. And Nate got into this building looking to move his business into the city of Faribault. He's already running that business in rural Faribault area now. And as we got into the purchase of this building, we realized that there's a property line we didn't realize was there. And to be able to utilize the building or make any changes to it, that's when we understood we needed to go through a plat process. So that's kind of what brings us here today. And we're also, the report today really helps us out because we're always looking for feedback as we work our way through the due diligence in buying this property to make sure that the city staff and the planning commission really supports the business coming into that area. And with that, the only question we really have, I'd really like to work with Public Works a little bit more about this driveway closure, and if we can see that being more of a temporary scenario than a permanent new curb and gutter along 8th, which is, as we understand it, planned to be rebuilt here in a couple of years anyway. So it feels a little ahead of it to redo that section, only see it tore up in a couple of years when the entire road is redone. Other than that, we just want to introduce ourselves, let you know we're here for any questions you might have for us.
Got it. Thank you. Anyone else from the public wants to come up and talk to us about this? Anything on the agenda? I'm in no hurry to shut it down. Okay, so done with public hearing. Back up here to the Planning Commission for discussion. Who wants to go? I feel I get to go first, if nothing else, because of the historic reference. That, I am old enough to remember when that was a gas station on the front of that. It was a Derby gas station. I bet they closed down that Derby around 1980. Or combined the lot, and they just built the building right over the lot line. But when Leslie put the map up and I got a good look at it, that's the footprint of that gas station.
Chairman?
Yes.
I move for approval of Resolution 25 XXX for the preliminary plat.
Got a motion, I've got a second on what's been presented as to approve the preliminary plat. Is there discussion on the motion at all? Tina?
Mr. Chairman, what, if anything, do we have anything to do about, you talked about the road closure, is that just a conversation with him in Public Works, or is that something that we should be weighing in on?
I was just going to ask that before.
Okay.
I would encourage you to just have that conversation with the city staff between now and when it, that's why I said it's 2 votes. And part of our job is to ferret out this type of stuff and, dig up this type of conversation. Talk to these guys in the next 8 days before it goes to city council, find out what the options are. I don't think it needs to derail what we're talking about. I mean, so the plat is showing that being closed, but you guys can talk about options offline.
So remember, this is just the preliminary plat.
Yep.
There'll be another final plat that'll go forward. It'll be more solidified with the requirements and a development agreement that would, get hand in hand.
So that was also my next question. So we will see this come back as a final. I am just so used, and I apologize, I'm glad you caught it. I'm just so used to doing it just from rote memory, preliminary and finals all together. But in this case, it's 2 separate hearings. So this will come back to us and come back to the city council. City council is still going to see this next week, right? So they're going to see the preliminary, and then depending on what they do, then we're going to see the final, then they see the final. We good? Anything else from the group? We've got a motion. There's a second, right? Somebody seconded it? Super. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those no. That carries. Thank you, folks. The only thing on our agenda tonight, requests to be heard. Is there anyone here on that? Okay. Items for discussion, routine business, board and commission updates.
Sure, I suppose in terms of boards and commission updates, I can give you an update as to what happened at council. So the items that were forwarded from planning commission at the last planning commission meeting, those were all approved either in terms of the resolutions. So that would be the AW, the Hofmeister plat, including their comprehensive plan update. And then again, the Rice County project, the Henry M. Rice Square, same idea with that as well. And then the IUP for the storage containers, those were all approved for the first, that's just done, one and done sort of. And then the ordinances, so that would be the rezonings for all those plats, as well as the ordinance to change the accessory structure code. Those were all approved for their first reading, so they'll actually be going to their second reading next week.
Got it. Thank you. Is there anything else? Before I call for the motion to adjourn, just because we have members of the audience here. So what's going to happen is this is the public-facing public hearing portion of the day. So we're going to have a motion to adjourn, but then we immediately jump into what's called a work session. We're going to study the non-conforming lot sizes. It's going to be the first time we see it. It's a discussion. Nobody's voting on anything. Nobody's deciding anything. This is really them telling us what we need. So don't be alarmed that I call for a motion to adjourn and then we keep meeting. A motion to adjourn.
I so move.
Tina's got the motion. Second.